The news of Ekena's birth quickly spread through the village, and it wasn't long before friends and neighbors came to visit, bringing gifts and well wishes for the new baby. Adaora and Ekene were overwhelmed by the kindness of their community, and they couldn't have been more grateful for the support. One evening, the village elders decided to host a small celebration in honor of Ekena's arrival. It was a tradition in the village to welcome new life with a gathering, and this was a chance for everyone to meet the newest member of the family. On the day of the celebration, Adaora dressed Ekene in a beautiful hand-woven cloth that had been passed down through generations of her family. The vibrant colors of the cloth symbolized the joy and blessings that a new child brought to the family. As they walked to the village square, Adaora and Ekene felt a deep sense of pride. Their journey had been long and difficult, but they had made it through, and now they were being celebrated as a family. At the square, the elders welcomed them with open arms. Drummers played traditional songs, and dancers performed to honor the baby. Adaora held Ekene close as they watched the festivities, her heart full of gratitude for the love and support they had received. As the evening went on, one of the village elders, a kind man named Eze, approached them. "Ekene is a blessing," he said, his voice gentle and wise. "He will bring joy to your family and strength to the community. You have been through much, but your love for each other has made you stronger. That is what matters." Adaora and Ekene both nodded, their hearts full. They have learned so much through their journey about love, about forgiveness, and about the importance of family. Ekene's arrival had solidified those lessons, and now, surrounded by their community, they felt more blessed than ever. As the night went on, the celebration continued, filled with laughter, music, and dancing. For Adaora and Ekene, it was a moment of joy and healing, a chance to look back at their journey and appreciate how far they had come. Their family was complete and their hearts were full. Life with 3 children soon settled on a new routine. With Ekene's support, Adaora was able to balance caring for Ekene while still giving Chika and Amara the attention they needed. The house was busy, filled with sounds of children playing, laughter, and sometimes the occasional cry from Ekene. Adaora had grown familiar to the rhythm of motherhood. She had learned to juggle feedings, children drop-offs, and house chores, all while finding moments of peace to rest and recharge. Though it was challenging, she wouldn't have it any other way. Ekene too had embraced his role as a father of 3. He took Chike and Amara out on outing to the market, played with them in the yard, and even took up cooking more often, something that made Adaora laugh. "You are becoming quite the chef," Adaora teased one evening as Ekene served dinner. Ekene laughed. "Well, with you taking care of Ekene, I figured I should step up my game." Adaora smiled, feeling grateful for Ekene's unwavering support. Their partnership had grown stronger and they had found balance in their shared responsibilities. Despite the busy days and sleepless nights, there was a deep sense of contentment in their home. Adaora and Ekene knew that life would always have its challenges, but they had learned that together they could face anything. And as they watched their children grow, they felt nothing but love and gratitude for the family they had built, a family full of laughter, joy, and endless possibilities. Just as Adaora and Ekene began to settle into a routine of life with their new baby, something unexpected happened. One evening after a particularly long day, Adaora sat down to rest when she felt a sudden wave of dizziness wash over her. At first, she dismissed it, thinking it was just exhaustion. But as the days went by, the dizziness continued, along with bouts of notions. At first, she didn't say anything to Ekene, not wanting to worry him. But one morning, after nearly fainting while preparing breakfast, she knew something was wrong. Ekene, always attentive, noticed her pale face and frowned face. "Adaora, you don't look well," he said, his voice filled with concern. "You should see the doctor." Adaora insisted, "I'm sure it's nothing, Ekene. Just tired from the baby, that's all." But Ekene wasn't convinced. "Please, for me, just get checked." Ekene continuously requesting. Adaora agreed, and later that afternoon, she made her way to Nurse Nancy. With her knowing eyes and gentle hands, examined Adaora carefully. After a few moments, she smiled, her face lighting up with surprise. "Adaora, my dear," she said softly, "it seems you are with child again." Adora's heart skipped a beat. She stared at Nurse Nancy in disbelief. "But how? I just had the Ekene." Nurse Nancy giggled. "Sometimes the blessings come faster than we expect. Your body is strong and is preparing to welcome another life." Adaora left the hospital. She walked home slowly, her mind racing with thoughts of how this new baby would change their lives. They had just adjusted to life and 3 children. How would they manage 4? When she arrived home, Ekene immediately sensed something was off. "What did they not say?" he asked, concerned on his face. Adaora took a deep breath and sat down beside him. "Ekene, I'm pregnant again." For a moment, Ekene was silent, processing the news. Then a wide smile spread across his face. "Another baby, Adaora. This is wonderful." Adaora blinked, surprised by his reaction. "You are not worried? We already have so much to handle with Ekene." Ekene took her hands in his eyes full of love and reassurance. "Adaora, we have faced so many challenges together. We have always come out stronger. This baby is a blessing, just like Ekene, Chike, and Amara. We will manage, just like we have always do." Adaora felt tears welling up her eyes. "I'm just scared, Ekene. You feel so soon." "I know," Ekene said softly, pulling her into a hug. "But you are the strongest person I know, and we are in this together. We will make it work, Adaora. We always do." As the reality of Adora's pregnancy began to sink in, the family slowly started preparing for the arrival of another baby. Adaora still felt a mixture of emotions, joy, worry, and excitement. But with Ekene's unwavering support, she began to feel more confident about what lay ahead. They didn't tell Chike and Amara right away, wanting to wait until Adora's pregnancy was further along. In the meantime, Ekene took on even more of the household responsibilities, ensuring that Adora had time to rest and care for herself. As the weeks passed, Adora began to feel the familiar flutter of life growing inside her, and with it came a sense of peace. She knew that this baby, just like others, was a gift, and though it wouldn't be easy, she was ready to welcome another child into their family. One evening, as they sat around the dinner table, Adora decided it was time to tell Chike and Amara the news. "There's something we need to share with you," she began, glancing at Ekene, who nodded, encouraging her. Chike and Amara looked up from their plates, curious. "In a few months," Adora continued, "we are going to have another sibling." Chike's eyes widened in surprise. "Another baby? But we just got Ekene." Adora smiled, reaching out to ruffle his hair. "I know it seems like a lot, but your papa and I are excited, and I know you two will be the best big brother and sister." Amara's face lit up with excitement. Another baby to play with. Chike, though a bit hesitant, eventually broke into a smile as well. "Well, I guess that's okay. I'll protect this one too." Adora laughed, her heart swelling with love for her children. "You are such a good big brother, Chike." As the days passed into weeks, the excitement in the household grew. They began preparing a room for the new baby, and the entire family pitched in. Chike helped paint the walls, Amara picked out toys, and even little Ekene seemed to sense the excitement, jumping happily in his crib as they walked. For Adora and Ekene, it felt like another chapter in their family story, one filled with love, joy, and the promise of new beginnings. As Adora's belly grew, so did the challenges of managing a busy household with young children. Chike and Amara were full of energy, constantly running around the house, while Ekene was starting to crawl and explore every corner of their home. With another baby on the way, the demands on Adora and Ekene seemed to multiply. There were months when the exhaustion felt overwhelming. Adora, already tired from her pregnancy, found it difficult to keep up with the constant needs of her children. Some days, she would sit in the living room watching Chike and Amara play while Ekene sit beside her feeling completely drained. One afternoon, as she tried to juggle Ekene in one arm and prepare dinner with the other, she suddenly burst into tears. The weight of it all felt too much. The sleepless nights, the endless chores, and the worry about how they would manage once the baby arrived. Ekene found her in the kitchen, her face buried in her hands, sobbing quietly without a word. He walked over and gently took Ekene from her arms, placing him in his crib. Then he pulled Adora into a tight embrace. "It's okay to feel overwhelmed," he whispered, his voice full of understanding. "You are doing so much, Adora, but you don't have to do it all alone. I'm here." Adora cried into his chest, letting out all the stress and fear she had been holding in. "I just don't know how we're going to manage, Ekene. It's too much." Ekene stroked her hair, his voice soothing. "We will take it one day at a time. And when it gets too hard, we will learn on each other. We have done it before, and we can do it again." In that moment, Adora realized that she didn't have to be perfect. She didn't have to have everything figured out. She had Ekene by her side, and together they would face whatever challenges came their way. As Adora's due date approached, the house buzzed with both excitement and anxiety. Chike and Amara were eager to meet their new sibling, while Adora and Ekene felt the familiar mix of joy and nervousness that came with welcoming a new baby. Every day seemed to get a little harder as Adora's belly grew larger. The weight of her pregnancy pressed down on her. Ekene took on even more of the household tasks, doing everything he could to ease the burden on Adora. He worked tirelessly, cooking, cleaning, and taking care of the children, while Adora rested as much as she could. But even with Ekene's help, there were days when it all felt overwhelming. One evening, as they sat together in the quiet of their home, Adora looked at Ekene, her eyes filled with emotion. "Ekene, I'm scared. What if we can't handle this? What if it's too much?" Ekene reached for her hand, holding it gently. "Adora, we have faced so much challenges together, and every time we have come out stronger. This baby will bring more joy in our lives, just like Chike, Amara, and Ekene have. And no matter what, we will handle it together." Adora nodded, though the worry still lingered in her heart. But she trusted Ekene and she knew that with his support they could face anything. One early morning, just as the sun began to rise, Adora felt the first signs that the baby was coming. She woke Ekene, her voice filled with urgency, and together they prepared for the trip to the hospital. Chike and Amara, still sleepy-eyed, quickly dressed and prepared to stay with the neighbor, while Adora and Ekene rushed to the hospital. The labor was intense, and Adora felt every contraction with a pain that took her breath away. But she held on, determined to bring her child into the world safely. Ekene was by her side the entire time, holding her hand, whispering words of encouragement and reminding her of her strength. After what felt like hours, the cry of a new baby filled the room. Adora collapsed in relief, tears streaming down her face as the nurse handed her the baby. Ekene's eyes filled with tears as he looked at his son, overcome with joy and pride. "We did it, Adora," he whispered, kissing her forehead. "We did it." Bringing the new baby home was both joyous and chaotic. Chike, Amara, and even little Ekene were thrilled to meet their new brother, and the house was filled with laughter and excitement. Adora, though exhausted, felt a deep sense of fulfillment. Her family was complete. The days that followed were busy, with sleepless nights and long days spent caring for the new baby. But through it all, there was a sense of peace in their home. The children, though still young, had grown into their roles as older siblings, helping in whatever way they could. Even Ekene, still a baby himself, seemed to sense the importance of this new addition to their family. One evening, as Adora sat in the living room, nursing the baby, Ekene sat beside her, holding Ekene in his arms. Chike and Amara played quietly on the floor, their laughter filling the room. Adora looked around her family, her heart swelling with love and gratitude. "We have come so far, haven't we?" she said softly, her eyes meeting Ekene's. Ekene smiled, his eyes full of warmth. "Yes, we have, and we wouldn't trade a single moment." Despite the happiness in their home, raising 4 children wasn't easy. There were days when the exhaustion felt overwhelming, and Adora and Ekene struggled to balance everything. Chike and Amara were growing older and needed attention for their schoolwork. Ekene was a toddler, now constantly on the move, and the new baby required constant care. One day, Adaora broke down into tears, feeling the weight of it all pressing on her shoulders. Ekene, I don't know if I can do this anymore. It's just too much. Ekene, ever supportive, wrapped his arms around her. You don't have to do it alone. Adaora, we are in this together, and remember it's okay to ask for help. With Ekene's encouragement, Adaora reached out to her family and friends for support. Her sister came over to help with the children, and the neighbors pitched in with meals. Slowly, Adaora realized that she didn't have to carry the burden all on her own. She learned the importance of learning on community and accepting help when needed. As the eldest child, Chike felt a strong sense of responsibility for his younger siblings. He took pride in helping Adaora and Ekene, and he often looked after Amara and Ekene, making sure they stay out of trouble. One afternoon, while Adaora was resting with the baby, Chike took it upon himself to prepare a snack for Amara and Ekene. As he walked in the kitchen, Amara came in, her eyes widening with admiration. You are so grown up, Chike, she said. One day, I want to be like you. Chike smiled, feeling proud. You will be, Amara. Just be kind and help people when you can. That's what matters. In that moment, Adaora, overhearing their conversation, realized how much Chike had matured. He was growing into a kind and responsible young man, and Adaora couldn't have been prouder. Amara too had grown in her own way, though still young. She had a kind heart and a gentle spirit. She loved caring for Ekene and often helped Adaora with small tasks around the house. One day, while playing in the yard, Amara found a small bird with a broken wing. She gently scooped it and brought it inside, her eyes full of concern. Mama, can we help it? She asked, her voice soft and pleading. Adaora smiled, touched by her daughter's compassion. We will do our best, Amara. Together they made a little nest for the bird and cared for it until its wing healed. Amara was overjoyed when the bird was finally able to fly again, and she watched it soar into the sky with a big smile on her face. After much discussion, Adaora and Ekene finally decided on the name for their new baby boy, Chukwudi, meaning God exists. It was the name that symbolized their faith and the strength they had found in each other throughout the journey. At the naming ceremony, the village gathered to celebrate with them. As the elders blessed the baby, Adaora and Ekene stood hand in hand, feeling a deep sense of peace. Their family was complete and they had everything they needed: love, support, and each other. As the years went by, Adaora and Ekene learned that raising children required not only love, but also patience. There were difficult days when the children argued, when the house was a mess, or when the exhaustion felt too much to bear. But through it all, they remained patient with each other and their children, knowing that every challenge was a part of their journey. One evening, as they sat together watching their children play, Ekene turned to Adaora and said, "We have been through so much, but look at what we have built. A family full of love and laughter." Adaora smiled, her heart full. Yes, and it was all worth it. As time passed, Adaora and Ekene looked back on their journey with gratitude. They had faced countless challenges, from the early days of marriage to the trials of raising and growing family. But through it all, they have learned one important lesson. Love and patience are the foundation of a strong family. Life wasn't always easy, but Adora and Ekene have built a home filled with love, kindness, and understanding. They have learned to lean on each other and their community, knowing that no challenge was too great when faced together. And so, as they watched their children grow, they knew that the greatest gift they could give them was the example of love and patience they had built their family on. In the end, the moral of the story was simple. No matter what challenges life brings, love, patience, and support from those around you will always see you through. Their family, once tested by hardships, had emerged stronger than ever, and with that, strength came happiness, laughter, and the knowledge that they could face anything together. Please, my people, if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And please hit the notification bell so that you always get notified when we drop new story. Thank you.